everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to read your video analytics and how to actually understand what YouTube is trying to tell you. Knowing how to do this is essential to knowing how to improve your content and just basically how to grow on YouTube. If you're interested in YouTube growth tips and tricks, I have a playlist full of videos like this one that I'll link down below, so make sure you go watch that after you watch this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more YouTube growth content and tips and tricks in general. Alright, let's get this started. So first I'm going to show you how to actually access your analytics. So you start off at the YouTube page and then you go click up here in the right corner and you go into YouTube Studio. You probably know how to access YouTube Studio because that is where you upload your videos and edit the title and description and everything like that. So when you're in YouTube Studio, you go over here to the left where it says videos. All your videos are over here, and today we're going to check my latest video, which is reacting to my first video as a small YouTuber. You go over here and hover over the video, and on this little button here it says analytics, so you press on that, which takes you into this page. So up here you can see there's 5 tabs and we're going to go through them one by one, but we'll start with overview since that is the first one where we start. You're able to change the interval you want to see, but I usually do since published. So you can see that my video got 42 views since it was published. You can see that there's a blue line in the graph and there's a gray area in the graph. So the blue line is a graph of how many views you get and when you get them. When my video had been up for 2 days, it had gotten 31 views. And you can also see here down below that it says typical in this period. So for the first 2 days, the typical range of my video views is 19 to 39. So the gray area is the typical range and the blue is what the video actually got. So if the blue line is right in the middle of the grey area, it performs as your videos usually do. If it's below the grey area, it has gotten a bit fewer views than your videos usually do. And if it's above, that's great, you've gotten more views than you usually do. Moving on to watch time. If you are not familiar with watch time, it is how much time people have watched your videos. So for example, if you have a 5-minute video and one person watches it through once, then you've gotten 5 minutes of watch time. So it's the combined time people have watched your videos. My watch time right now on this video is 0.6 hours, and as you can see, it's kind of underperforming for my channel. Moving on to the next tab is subscribers, and I've actually not gained any subs from this video, but I'll insert a picture of what it looks like when you have gained subs from that video. The next tab here is your estimated revenue, and as you can see this is 0 for me and it is always 0. And if you're not familiar with revenue and what that is, when you're monetized on YouTube, you can put ads on your videos and those ads will make you money when people view them. And a lot of small YouTubers are not monetized because to be monetized you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the past 12 months total on your channel. And I'm nowhere near that criteria right now, so therefore this is always 0 for me, since I'm not monetized and I can't make any money here on YouTube revenue. So scrolling down here, still on overview, you can see here I have a square that says how many viewers were watching your premiere. And if you don't know what a premiere is, kind of like a live stream of your video. So as you can see by this graph, I had 2 people watching in the beginning and then 2 minutes in I had 3 people watching to the end. And scrolling all the way down, we have audience retention. And this is something I struggle with a lot. So average view duration is kind of what it sounds like. It's the average time people are viewing that video. So for me, that is 0 minutes and 51 seconds. If I had the video that was 1 minute long, then this would be a great audience retention. But if I had a video that was 1 hour long, this would not be a great audience retention. So then it's also measured in percent. 0 minutes and 51 seconds is 11.9% of my video. So people generally stick around for 11.9% of my entire video. I usually get between 25 and 35% in retention rate, so this is really on the low side for me. As you can see, there is a graph here as well. YouTube loves graphs, and so do I, honestly. You can see here exactly when people were watching your videos and when they were not. You can actually press see more here as well. So as you can see here, after 22 seconds there was 35% left. which I'm not that happy with. But you can see exactly here, you can play your video and see exactly when people were dropping off. And this, let me tell you, is a great tool. You can see exactly in your video when people were dropping out and when people found it boring or they didn't want to watch. So for example, a lot of people drop out in the beginning for me. So then I know people don't like the beginning of my video. And then the next step is to think, what can I do to make the beginning better? What can I do to make more people stick around on my video? This is actually a great tool to analyze your videos and to see what your audience likes and what they don't. So that is basically the tool I use the most right now in my video analytics, because I want people to stick around longer for my videos. So I have to figure out why they don't, and then I have to change that. And the last thing on the overview page is this real-time views, and it is basically how many views you've gotten in the past 48 hours or last 60 minutes. So let's move on to the reach tab. So the first thing here is impressions, and I don't care too much about that, but it's good to know what it is. So this is how many times people have seen your thumbnail. So this is the first page for YouTube, and as you can see, I see all of these thumbnails and titles. And now I've made one impression on all of these videos. And as I told you, I made an impression on every one of these videos. But right now I'm filming and I don't have the time to watch these videos, even though I maybe would like to. That is where I don't care so much about impression and most importantly, click-through rate. Your click-through rate is basically your impressions divided by your views. My video has gotten almost 500 impressions, but it has 42 views. So that means on 5.5% of all these impressions, people have actually chosen to click on my video. I don't care too much about this, but then again, if it's really low, then that can be an indicator that you should change something about your thumbnail or your title. And then again, you can see views, but we've already talked about that. And then unique viewers, that is basically how many actual people have watched the video. Alright, scrolling down to the nitty-gritty. The first box here is called traffic source types, and I checked this quite a bit actually, because as I've talked about in a few of my other videos, I do keyword research and I try to rank in search. So if I see that a lot of my views has come from YouTube search, then I'm really happy because I've managed to rank in search. So this is basically just another kind of diagram where you can see where your views are coming from. So for example, almost 30% of my views are coming from browse features. You can check here on the eye, traffic from the homepage, home screen, the subscription feed and other browsing features. And this box over here says impressions and how they lead to watch time. And honestly, I don't care too much about this either. It's just a funnel that just counts how much watch time you've had from the impressions. But this I actually like. It's 10.4% from YouTube recommending your content. So 10.4% of all these 500 impressions is because YouTube wanted to recommend my content. Based on all these traffic source types, you can see, for example here, external. So this was 6.8% of all my views, and all my external traffic has come from Instagram. Here you can see that people have watched my videos from playlists, the one I look at the most, the YouTube search traffic source. What searches give you the most views? So this search, my first video, is what gave me the most views from YouTube search. Scrolling up again and going over to engagement. So as you can see, here's watch time again, and we've talked about that. So here you can see on every day what the view duration has been. So for example, when my video had been up for 1 day, the average view duration was 1 minute and 2 seconds. I don't really watch this either because I have it on the first page. And here we have that same box again with the audience retention and the premiere concurrent viewers box. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that are similar, but they fall into multiple categories. And then you have this likes versus dislikes. So basically YouTube counts all the likes and dislikes you have. So let's say you got 10 likes and 5 dislikes. Then you've gotten 15 people engaging in the way that they're liking or disliking. So this is just how many percent of those 15 people, or however many it is, are have actually liked your video instead of disliking. YouTube counts even a dislike as engagement, and the algorithm likes that. And then this one is end screen and we're going to click rate. So an end screen is basically the thing that pops up at the end where you can see different videos and the channel and stuff like that, so you can choose to watch another video. But I usually don't have a lot of people clicking on it, as you can see. Going over to the next tab, which is audience. So the first tab here is unique viewers, and we talked about that in the reach tab. And then average views per viewer, how many times each person on average has viewed your video. So we can like this, people are referring back to the video and they are watching it again. So that means they found some value in it, or they just want to watch it again. And then we have the subscribers, and as we saw before, I did not gain any subscribers from this video. So this first one is watch time from subscribers. Of the 0.6 hours that people have watched my video, how many of that percent were actually subscribed and how many were not subscribed? Having a high count on not subscribed is good in some ways, because it means you're reaching out to new people and new people are finding your channel. Then you just need to find a way to convert those views into subscribers. Then there's a few other boxes here that gives you information on your audience and who they are. So age and gender, top countries and subtitle languages. I don't have enough data on my video to show age and gender and top countries at the moment, and it does take quite a few views to actually show that, so if you're a really small channel then you won't show that as well. Scrolling up again, we go to the last one, which is revenue. And as I said, I'm not monetized, so I don't get any revenue from YouTube. And I feel that it's quite difficult to show you guys when I don't have any of the numbers. I know a bit about this, but since I'm not monetized and I haven't lived it through, I do not want to give you guys any advice on that. But I know there's a lot of other good YouTubers who are monetized and who can give you great information on this matter. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already for more YouTube tips from me. And if you have any questions or any tips of your own, or just want to say anything in general, please comment them down below, because I really like interacting with you guys in the comments and on Instagram and on, yeah, interacting in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.